Might as well start a VOD.
I can't join yet because every time I click the server it just says error. So
what is this guy's name? What? Zren, I guess I'll call him.
Yeah. Weird
Seems
name,
a bit
isn't
of
it?
A keyboard smash. Almost.
From what I've heard, it's Snake. Oh my god! But don't take that as a gospel truth.
Okay, 5 seconds before the quad and battlesuit. It looks like Mamut going to get control of this battlesuit. Miso picking that one. He's got the mega health, got roughly 50 armor. Rocket launcher now in hand from a teammate. And looks like IP do have the quad. Look at Vendigo, takes a direct rocket. Second rocket eliminates the quad. And the battlesuit can't really push forwards there against the shaft. Ran out of rockets. Does have a rail in hand now. Could have done with not really giving away that second weapon earlier, but he did do. I'm sure his teammate thanked him for it. 2 seconds to go before the red. Looks like Misa's going to reward himself with that as well. So 20 frag margin built up now from Mamut. Are you able to check if they played a first map already, Vol? Or are you on the server?
I can try. I still can't get the info for the server to be able to join it.
Just try and check Miso or something, his Bob.
Yes, yes, I'm doing it. But the Quake Live site, it's so good that, I'm having issues that are probably all my fault trying to check.
The other qualifier tonight was EK versus 4D.
I don't know what the result in that was. I'll try and check that as well, but it might take me a while. Having certain problems won't resolve themselves.
Nice stack moving in for this next red armor. Does come out on top with that as well. That could be an important one. 30 seconds before the power, so will be another red to spawn, but it's going to be very close. So if he can just protect this, health up a little bit with that 25 possibly. No, take it.
Nah, don't bother getting the health. Well, what's the point?
Yeah, that's a good point. There is no advantage, is there, getting health?
No, you don't need it.
Moving for this battlesuit, misses all his shots originally, but doesn't take any damage either. That was almost a good rocket. Nice rail, about 5 meters wide of the player. Fifth Impressive is going to get attacked from behind. Vendigo getting the quad though is almost a double power up for IP then. In fact, it is Extreme getting the battlesuit. Doesn't decide to take a dip in for that rocket launcher. I think I would have been tempted to do so.
Really?
They got 3 ammo with this rocket launcher. Oh, did he just rail his own quad teammate?
How dare he this? People who shoot their teammates, man. What are you supposed to do?
I know. I'd get rid of them straight away. You're off the team.
No, not me.
Oh, not you. Okay. Does need the ammo now. He's got a lightning gun and rocket launcher. Ignores the 2 crates.
Yeah, I mean,
farmed up in front of him.
You don't need ammo. Do you?
No, not really.
The guns still work, don't they?
Just willpower. That gets it
have
through.
to will it.
So remember, everybody watching this game, we've joined it late. Don't really know if they played the first map or not yet, but this map's probably Mamut's map choice, would you say, Vor? Purgatory Run.
Yeah, I would say it probably is. But there's a chance that this is the second map. It's just, I'm trying to get the details, it's just not loading this.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate.
There's a chance that this is the second map and that the first map was Dreadful Place.
This is a clan base Eurocup qualifier.
Yeah, this is second map.
Who did the first map go to?
The first map went to Mamut, and it was 156 to 118.
Pretty definitive victory there, then.
Yeah.
And they're looking like they're in position to take this map at the moment. Of course, we're only 8 minutes in, so plenty of time for IP to turn it around.
Yeah, there's plenty of time indeed.
4 seconds to go until the quad it is. 4 seconds before the battlesuit. Rav picking it up. Polish international player.
Played in a recent defeat against the United Kingdom.
The mighty United Kingdom. Great Britain, eh?
Played this map, didn't he? He didn't play the first 2 maps, but played the third map, Purgatory, so He was a purgatory specialist.
Well, he does get eliminated with that quad, but they are 23 frags behind. I mean, sorry, ahead. Let's look at the teams quickly. Rav, Deeth, Zren, and Miso for Mamut. Extreme, Triple Sex, BZD, and Vendigo for IP.
Yeah, so teams haven't changed from the first map. Teams remain the same.
He was the star player on the first map, or stats
Well,
wise.
yeah, I mean, Deeth had a good game, so did Miso. They were standout players. They both dealt 8.5k damage each. Both had extremely good games on Dreadful Place. They did win that map quite comfortably.
And Miso only 4 health left. Just have a look at the stats a minute. Looks like IP have actually had more reds, more yellows, but less megas. In terms of power-ups, IP have actually had more power-ups as well, but less time on the battlesuit. By only about 10 seconds, a lot more time on the quads, so it's a little bit confusing as to how IP could be losing this with more pickups in terms of every item including the power-ups.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that disc, but we see a lot of games where it does happen that despite advantage on pickups, when one team they hit their shots, the other team doesn't.
Shows it would be useful to see like a cross-section of the whole accuracies at once and get a real idea. Maybe a team average accuracy might be quite interesting. Triple
Well,
sets.
you get that on the website stats.
Yeah. So what was it? Or have you
On
closed it?
the first map, it was quite close. Blue team did edge it. They had the higher team accuracy, they got more excellence, they dealt more damage as you'd expect from a win, but you know, sometimes even with a game that doesn't seem that close in score, you get actual close damage values between both teams.
Miso defending this red, Mammoth getting yet another red. That's all we've seen though, is Mammoth getting all the red since we joined, so I'm a little bit surprised how IP could really be ahead. Although it's only about 2, so maybe they just had the early pickups.
Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable lead for Mammoth. And it's surprising that pickup stats as they are and the lead is this comfortable. I mean, you can expect the team that hasn't had better of the pickups to be ahead slightly, but this is a pretty large lead.
Yeah, very strange. Considering the quad as well, I mean, the time on the quad. It's 5-1 on pickups. 1 minute 38 to 23 seconds in favour of IP. And in battlesuit, 4-2, 1 minute 12 to 1 minute.
Yeah.
10 more yellows, same reds.
More power-up time. More
reds.
similar item pickups
Sorry,
due to the
same
difference
reds.
between megas and yellows. But the scoreline certainly isn't close.
Next power up is going to spawn in a second. Battlesuit up in 3, which we're around at the moment. Zren picking up the quad with a very nice 100 stack. Megas 10 seconds away, so I'm going to wait around for that. Deeth picking up the battlesuit, and it's a
You
double
should switch back to the quad maybe.
power up. Well, I don't have the binds.
Wow, just flick through. And
There you go.
nice to watch a stacked quad rather than a battlesuit.
With a rail.
Yeah. Although this poor quad is just not finding anyone. No victims available other than 666 there.
Poor lad.
Poor lad indeed.
So if they win this map, they will have qualified to the Euro Cup.
Just give me a quick check on what the time is for you, this in game.
The time is 43:44.
Wow, I'm
45.
a second behind.
Wow. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
So I don't even need to join the server.
No.
Brilliant. Because I can't.
Did you check on the EK versus 4D result? The
Oh yeah,
other
good
Euro
point.
Cup
I'll check
qualifier
that now,
going on
see if it
tonight?
loads. See if it loads. They'll probably load eventually. Just
Trying to
leave
get a
it.
nice right there.
Yeah, and it does look like despite from what we'd seen of the stats when we first joined this game, it does look like Mamut really are having a much better time in that red room now.
I mean, it really does, doesn't it? What we've been following them every time they've had control.
I mean, look at the stack that Zren has here. It's going to be so difficult for someone to come in and push him off of his position.
Going to double up this red, is he, or give a weapon to a teammate in the red? Look at this. A couple of red stack players moving around here.
And it's not long until the next power-up, so...
For this is, I'll be honest, 3 quad, well, double power-ups left, and it's like a 60 frag margin.
Yeah. I mean, you could give him 3 double power-ups and it still might not come back.
No, they're not going to do that.
No, they certainly won't.
Miso with the quad. The battlesuit got massively delayed there. Extreme picking that up. I'm going to see him try and attack this quad, I think. Oh, he hits the rail. Ah! Unfortunate. Quad out of rail, really.
News of the other game, which was, of course, EK versus 4D.
Yeah.
First map was
the
Purgatory.
UK qualifier. Yep.
Yeah. It's not a
EK's
UK
map
qualifier
picks.
though with this lineup that's out for 4D. Unless I'm looking at the wrong game, which I'm not. There was actually, in the first map at least, 3 Swedes and a Slovenian.
So what were the team lineups?
One or the other. Well, Q50 Raw, Ptolemy and Trippy played Slonken, Zore, Dubcat and Vision.
Okay, interesting.
And the scoreline was 147 to 126 on Purgatory. Q50 man of the match performance for EK.
So EK took it by about 20 frags?
Yeah, so reasonably close. Second map was Hidden Fortress, and it'll eventually load for me, I'm sure. Sure it will.
Bendigo in this upper window area. Good work on him. Actually gets completely caught out. Not noticing where Zren was. He should grab the red army. Doesn't know it's up. And IP do manage to get a hold of that. Extreme 12th. Impressive. 71% rail with 12 impressives for Extreme.
Well, that's a nice stat, but it's not helping his team to win, is it?
57 frags is the margin.
Alright, second
power-ups.
Second map
About to
was...
spawn.
No one cares. Second map was Hidden Fortress this, my favourite map. Yours too, I'm sure. Q50 again was a standout performer, but it was a very close game. It was 200 and, I don't know why I'm reading 120. 202 to 191.
Wow.
So close game.
In favour of...
Well, EK.
EK, take it 2-0, they qualify for the Euro
But I
Cup.
said match winning performance by Q50.
Yeah, good
First thing I said.
Q50, UK national team player. In CTF, in TDM.
Well, I say it was a match winning performance. He had the best damage dealt, and he was the top fragger, but he didn't actually have the best net. So, hard to read exactly how the game went based on the stats, but he still had a real standout performance. Ptolemy and Raw also playing extremely well, judging just by the scoreboard. But that means EK qualify for the Euro Cup ahead of 4D.
And it's like
And they'll
Mamut
be
is going to
joined by
join them.
Mamut,
Yeah.
yes. The other qualifiers, of course, were
To be played, but
to be played, are they? Yeah, exactly, yeah. 28. This 27th and 28. The other two are scheduled to be played. That will be On Fire versus Play. That's 2 Swedish
Interesting, very
teams.
interesting.
And Poetic Quaker versus 2K Clan. Interesting name, Poetic Quaker.
who's in that?
Don't know. They're French, according to the flag on ES Reality. But the only French teams I'm familiar with are Doudouac and Proctologists, so another French team.
Yeah, actually interesting, building up a bit more of a community in France then.
Yeah.
That's why I hope every country can start having a few teams from that country, primarily those players. This last squad picked up by Zren, again another stack. Kind of looks like IP have given up a little bit here. Battlesuit picked by Triple Six though. Let's see what he can do. Nice frag on Deeth. Straight away in the back with a rocket launcher. There's that quad. Catch him out! Oh, the rocket wasn't good enough. It could have been.
Yeah, the quad was heavily stacked as well, so they did need to be good rockets.
Disrepute just getting 6 frags on this quad run.
Yeah, that's a pretty good frag run for a quad on this map. Don't often see much higher than 5 or 6.
IP going down to around a 60 frag deficit. Of course, I would guess they'll go into Division 1 Open Cup, which I'd expect them to do very well in. Anybody that's up for a qualifier for Euro Cup must be a pretty decent team. There we go. Second map over. Mamut going through. And there we go. We'll dive in off the server before we get to see any stats. So no fame for them. And let's end the VOD.